Thursday, February 22nd. Other news stations have Dan Rather. I'm Dan Actually. Come join us in the studio for today's breaking news. Terror struck today in the Baltic Sea with the explosion of a pipeline. With rake heights produced by Russia to the Ukraine, terror is in the air. With me, I have two delegates from the countries of Russia and Poland to comment on the situation. Russia, I'll start with you. What are your feelings on the Polish activism?
We feel that Polish activism is bad for the pipeline and it should be stopped immediately. We feel very strongly that it is bad for Europe as a whole, and we wish that the government of Poland would stop helping these terrorists.
We are not helping these terrorist or extremist groups whatsoever. We do not condone their actions, and we will find who was responsible for this attack.
That's why the newspaper found that your president actually was helping them, huh?
No, our president does not. We don't condone our president's actions.
Whoa. No. This is too much. We're at the United Nations. We should resolve our differences like civil individuals. Isn't that correct?
This has to be dealt with now.
We are dealing
No. Civil. Be civil.
Yes, of course. We will cooperate with each other, and we will solve this crisis.
This get worked out. No problem.
Tragic. Here with me now is our expert on Eastern European relations. It seems to me that Poland and Russia are at each other's throats. Nina, I would like to ask you, what do you foresee in future relations between these two nations?
Well, I fear that this incident has put a lot of strain on Russian and Poland relations. I think that if Poland fails to crack down on these extremist groups, it could threaten Poland's energy security. As for Russia, I worry that it's using Gazprom to exert its foreign policy on these nations.
And what of the Ukraine? They seem like they're just a byproduct of it, and they just get the back seat to everything. What do you think of them?
Well, the Baltic Sea pipeline will also bypass Ukraine, and Ukraine will probably also suffer from these rate hikes.
Could you foresee a Ukraine-Poland alliance against Russia? Well,
Poland and Ukraine have some differences, but it would be interesting if this issue brought them together against Russia. I would like to see what would happen in something like that.
Very interesting, as well as Finland and Germany. They may get in on the action as well. Within these doors is a meeting of Asian nations. They're discussing the acceptance of various other nations onto their caucus. We'll step inside and see how everything looks.
The Arab League is receiving...
I'm standing with a delegate who represents the United Arab Emirates. He was just in on a meeting of Asian nations and attempted to have his voice heard by being accepted onto the league. He was denied access, however, and I am here to get his reaction.
You know, I'm pretty annoyed with this because UAE is still part of Asia. Just because it's in the Middle East doesn't mean it's not part of what's traditionally thought of as Asia.
Do you believe that you can get the Arab League to maybe back your appointment to this council?
I think it's probably possible, considering, you know, the Middle East and the Arab League plays a pretty big part in Asian politics, and it's pretty important.
Thank you very much, Delegate. Coming to you more will be information concerning the meeting of these Asian nations, and we'll discuss what they have to say about him not being accepted. Japan seemed to be leading the caucus, and when they discussed the inclusion of the United Arab Emirates into the Asian Nation Caucus. Here with me now is the delegate from Japan. Japan, what is your feelings on the matter?
Right. Well, the issue was that it was actually a resolution that we were going to push through the Security Council it was an agreement because we were having disagreements over this. It was a compromise, but mostly between the United States and the United Kingdom and China, who are having disagreements over who should be on this. We came to the conclusion that there would be separate appeasements for separate regions of the world. There would be appeasements for Asia as well as for the Middle East. The Middle East appeasements would be that they get one extra temporary seat on the Security Council, whereas the appeasements for Asia to balance that were to balance everything basically was that they would get 2 more Security Council seats, except that they would not have veto power. So basically, they would be like permanent, temporary seats on the Security Council, if that makes sense. So that's that.
Thank you very much, Delegate. With further developments in this story, we will be continuing to follow this issue. Thank you. I'm Dan Actually.
Breaking news.